Okay, I have found some space, and as you saw in the diagram, I set it up the way that I wanted to. What I've put right here is my starting point as the defender, and it is 20 yards away from the goal. So that means I'm at least 8 to 10 more yards up north from the 12. So the 12-meter mark is about that parking space maybe. So again, I've come about 10 more yards north, so I have plenty of room to run. And all I did was put 3 cones to create like where the crease would be, or the space that I'm trying to protect. I want to run them out away from that space. And then from my space, I walked about 5 to 7 yards out in one direction, and then 5 to 7 yards up more for the starting place of my attacker. Okay, so the attacker is going to be trying to run from there to the yellow spot, but they're not in line with it. They're out wide, so they're in the right hand. They're coming down the right sideline, and I'm central. I'm in the middle of the field. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up, and I want you guys to watch what the drill is. Now I'm alone, so it's going to look a little strange, but I'm going to pretend like there's an attacker, and you guys can just follow along. So hopefully we can see everything pretty well. Yep, you can still see my cone and the yellow cones. What you can't see is the attacker, and that's okay. I just want you to watch me. So, I'm the last defender, all right? And someone, I got back in central. I want to be in the middle of the field where I can push people out and away from the middle, okay? Maybe there's another attacker over there that I'm leaving to come central to pick up this player on a fast break. Now she's coming down the right side of the field, her right, my left, and she's out a little wider and she's up. I'm at least 10 yards ahead of her when we're talking about going towards the goal. As we said before, I'm going to put my stick big here so that if there is any attacker on the other side of the field, I have the option of blocking the pass, and I'm taking that option of the pass away from her. I'm also going to position my feet so that if she's running, I'm also running, because I need to gauge her speed in order to meet her when I want to meet her, okay? So as she's running, so if it's your brother or your dad, they don't need a stick. As they start to run, their job is to try and beat you downfield. If they can beat you on a straight line, that's fine. If they want to try and come to the middle, your job is to not let them, okay? So when they start, I'm going to start, and I'm going to do cross steps because I am running, okay? I'm not shuffling, okay? I'm got my stick big, and I'm gauging their speed. If they start to drift towards the middle, I need to keep them in front of me, and in front of me is actually off to the side of the field. So you might have noticed me back up, okay? So again, I'm turned like this, I'm following. If they start to come middle, I back up and I keep them in my line of sight. You don't want to do this. You don't want to be running, and as they drift towards the middle, you don't want to turn and open up, because what you've done is you've let them have everything. If you are the last defender, your only job is to make her life harder as best as you can. Okay, you're in an unfair situation anyway. You have to set yourself up for some success, which means take something away from her. Take the middle away. Don't let her have it. Take the pass away. Don't let her have it, or at least make it harder for her so that the ball has to slow down and more of your teammates can catch up. Okay, so if you're going to set this up in your backyard, you want to be in the middle, 20 yards away from the goal. Okay, you want your partner to be 10 yards up from you and off to the side, like 5 to 10 yards out to the left, and you can do some where they're 5 to 10 yards out to the right, so you can change positions. Before you go, you need to be turned with your toes in the direction you're going. You need your hips creating a wall this way, and you need your stick big. When you say go, you start to run, you gauge their speed, you back up, you keep them center, and then when you are at about the 12, that's when you want to start approaching. You want to kind of come at an angle and pick the right time to make contact, okay? 2 times to make contact, okay? 1, if they try to really cut you off, your job, if they really do try to cut right here, your job is to step in front and initiate contact there. Don't turn and open. Initiate contact there, keep them in that direction. The other time, what your goal is, obviously this is not your goal, but your goal is to make contact at the 12 so that you're slowly approaching them, but you're staying in front. Okay, so I believe the 12 is right there, so I'm gonna do it now. I'm imagining there's someone, I'm running, they're trying to get in front of me, I'm running, and now I'm approaching, and I make contact, and I drive them wide. I wanna drive them out and stay on that shoulder so that the only option they have is a really bad angle on that side of the goal, because that's the side that they were coming down on, and that's the only side I want. This helps your goalies read where the shot is coming from. It slows her down because she can't go the way she wants to go. And then I want you to do it again with your partner on the other side. I want you to get your stick in your left hand this time, get big, cut off any passes, turn your feet as they come. And I know the backup is the hardest part, so I really want you to work on backing up so that they always stay in front of you this way, not in front of you this way with the goal behind you, in front of you this way with the sideline in front of you, okay? So you're staying big, you're running. If they try to change directions, you're backing up, you're keeping them there, and you're running, and then you're making contact when you're entering the critical scoring area so that you can drive them out. Because like we said, once you're in the critical scoring area, it's time to start playing more regular defense and not quite transition defense. And hopefully by the time you've made contact, you've taken some of her options away and slowed her down a little bit, okay? So hopefully that showed. I'm so sorry I don't have a friend here. My only friend is working full-time, sitting in her at-home office, and she doesn't get many breaks. But anyway, I want you to set this drill up. Again, I'm 20 yards away from the goal. Your partner is trying to run down, and you're trying to keep them wide on whichever side they started on. Do not let them cross the center. The other thing, last point, I'm sorry, is if they're out wide, they're always going to come to you anyway. So please do not run out at them. We said that in the demo, but remember, you're not running out at them. You're staying in front of them and keeping them in front of you, where you can always make a play on the ball and take away options. Good luck.